Hello everyone and welcome back to Surviving Mars. How good of you to join. Thank you all for your continued support. Also my Patreon supporters, thank you for everything. And we continue onwards here. Sol 11 right now on 1000% difficulty. And yeah, right now we are in the process of finishing our first dome. That's pretty important because the rocket with the passengers is already on its way. And yeah, well, they need a dome to live in, of course. And that's what we're preparing right now. New planetary anomalies have been found, 5, that's out here. Nothing that I can do about them at the moment because I cannot send a rocket over there. We're still in the middle of an electrostatic dust storm. Problem with that is I can't produce any more fuel for the moment. And also we are not able to power our moxies and water extractors. The good thing is though, we have stored some in advance quickly, the little we had, so at least for the first people we have some stuff prepared. The building materials are in, and as we can see, my drones with combined forces are now building that very first dome for my people. Another very important moment. Now sector A4 has been scanned, nothing unfortunately over there. So we are continuing now with sector C4. That's not looking really promising, to be honest. Yeah, let's just finish this one up and then we go down here into the lower side where we already have that ramp built up. Speaking about ramps, we could also have this one here now being accessible to us. And we have the wall for protection already, right? So in that case, let's go ahead and do this. Landscaping project number 2. Building a ramp from up here all the way down. This will cost me nothing. It will just give me an excess of 165 waste rockets. My commander is on its way, and we will also need a, of course, dumping site close to it. Somewhere over there. Dome has been finished. Oh yes, there it is in all its glory. However, it doesn't have power yet. We will definitely need to make sure that we power this one with our official network. So let's go up here. Once again, I need to go around it though for now because we do not have this dome here used. Once this dome is finished, we can get rid of that cable here again because that dome will then just transmit water and power over, and this one then over here. But for now though, as I want to focus on the central one, it's just how it goes. The extractor is also being produced now, being constructed. Let's go ahead and also get us a power cable to this one. Right, and also what this whole thing here needs is a dumping site. Alright, with that out of the way, dome is coming along. As we can see, oxygen and water consumption is now going up. That's because the dome is consuming this. And also power is going up, the consumption of that. We can turn it off for now because I don't need it and save oxygen and water. Let's also change the skin of this dome. We have different skins. If we have the time for it, we can of course focus on that a bit. I like this one. Yeah, that's fine. And let's go ahead and build us something within the dome. The first basic infrastructure that every dome needs. That's actually quite a lot, right? A grocery store would be important. So what do we need for that very first one? The grocer, as I said. We're going to put it into the center. We're also going to need a space bar. This is pretty important because it gives me a relaxation, drinking, and the social skill. Don't forget, party animals like social stuff, and they will get a higher comfort rating with that. Let's go ahead, build us a spacebar. A small one though should be fine. Infirmary, very important that we get this one on the way. Here babies will be born and also sanity losses will be cured. Every infirmary also increases then the comfort rating, and is very important that we have one of these in it. So with that, we already fulfill food and shopping, socializing and dining, and also our health bonuses. Next up, we do need some housing. We do have a couple of them available. The living complex is probably the one that I would go for. We do have resting residences, recover comfort faster, and yeah, it houses 14 people in it, so we can... Oh, wait a second, I think that is actually better. Yeah, let's go with the living quarter. I think that is having a higher comfort rating. In the more quiet area we can have them over here, and they also have then a smaller garden in the center. Let's actually build them like this because there's going to be a connection with that dome and there's going to be a connection with that dome at some point. They need space as well. That's something that's coming along. Another very important thing, of course, beside all of that is gardens. We don't have them yet. So let's get them down here in the relaxation area, a park and also a smaller garden. So we got at least 2 of them. And last but not least, very important, and that is a farm. Now the farm I'm not I'm not really going to keep, I think. I'm just going to get them for safety reasons first and to get the milestone done. Plus, it's very cheap. But the farm is something we really don't need in the first 100 or 200 souls, to be honest, because I usually like to import food with the excess concrete that we have. Let's build it still for starters, and later we can make a park out of it. Very nice. A rare metals extractor also coming along, and the low G turbines has been upgraded or researched, so we can upgrade it now. Dust storm still 18 hours. That's bad for us. Rare metal extractor has been built. We can pause it right away. And also, as we can see, construction of this very first basic dome starts now. It's going to take a while, and it's going to take a lot of resources, especially my concrete. But that's why we piled it up. And another international milestone has been achieved. That is the first humans on Mars. We lose that as well. Was to be expected. I've never really made it so far. That we can see it. International Mars mission offers us 61 food for 50 concrete. I'm going to wait on that, but we can accept. Next research has been completed, the upgrade for the moisture evaporator, and that unlocks us exactly what? Nothing really useful. Let's go ahead with some more basic stuff. Transport optimization, the transporter gets faster and can transport more goods. And also, scientists and botanists have 10 performance. Now, we don't have any specialists at the moment, thanks to the difficulty. They are all untrained, but at some point we're going to train them. We get the performance boost, and also we unlock more social stuff down here then. That's another thing that I need to do. We lost a power cable here thanks to a leak. So we need to build that power cable here again quickly. And since my metal is going down, we actually might also get us some more metal in now with my transporter. There we have 176, lots of it. This unfortunately is also an area where there's lots of storms. So let's just hope that I have it long enough. Because otherwise we would have a problem. Another sector scanned, unfortunately only some metal. Meteor storm is now upon us. In addition, that means we need to be now very careful about any kind of meteor hitting somewhere. We need to move it out of the way. And the storm is lasting for 2 more hours, and then we have at least survived that as well. The power actually lasted us quite some time through all this storm. So my drone hub was able to continue to work. And I didn't waste anything else. The dome is coming along, so as we can see. Infirmary finished, dining finished, storm is over. It's getting a bit brighter again. Hello, sun. Good old friend. Welcome back. Oh, yes. And my panels are working again. Let's resume the fuel refinery. And let's also resume the water extractor. Back on track here for production. And let's also resume our concrete extractors because we don't need more of that. Pretty soon. Farm is also coming along. 2 parks should be fine, right? With the amount of vistas we have. Comfort rating should be really high. And let's also prepare our workforces right away. So in the grocer, we are going to have 2 shifts. The infirmary is going to have 3 shifts with each 1 person working in it. The spacebar is going to have 2 shifts with 2 person. And the rare extractor is going to have 1 shift for now. But we can amplify it already. It would produce, or it would consume 10 more electricity, which is a lot. We're not doing this at the moment. Even though I could afford it. Let's do this. Let's build some more panels. Yeah. Along this area here, we have the batteries. On top of it, what is going on here? Oh, lightning strike. Alright, not working. And let's also get us a few more panels out here. Reason for that is we want to spread it. As you can see, lightning strike, the same goes with the meteors, can easily take down your whole production. And we have the cable already in this area. We can just really draw it over and then make the connection here. Alright, one of the leading companies in the field of nanotechnology and miniaturization has made you an interesting offer. They want to outsource the R&D of their newest project, prefab compression. A technology that could potentially allow us to transport prefabs of monumental buildings from Earth. They have a list of specific requirements which makes us the best candidate for this. We could accept logistic aid and gain 150 sponsor research. We also could get 500 million. Of course we go with the 500 million because with that we can have 2 outsourcings of research and we get the prefab compression either way Right, let's get with the money. And this allows us now to outsource. And we get, for 200 million, 1,000 souls. That's a way better deal, to be honest. Alright, yeah, machine parts is going down at this point, as we can see. We will soon need to import more. The dome is finished in all its glory. The additional consumption of electricity we are providing right now. Let's also get us another battery out there.
Anomaly found.
Once again, we're spreading it. Ah, we found an anomaly. Perfect. Let's send my explorer down there. There's some meteors coming down here, as we can see. There's no storm, right? Oh my goodness. Armageddon is upon us once more. That poor explorer, he's going to be in for a treat. How can we do this? Where is he anyway? Oh, he's down here. Perfect. He's already past the point of no return. So he's down there. However, my transport is lost to this, as we can see. So once again, we need to wait for this to get over and then send our commander down here to repair it. I hate those storms. Explorer, meanwhile, is still safe and sound, but it's looking a bit dusty. But that's to be expected, of course, from wherever we are here. It's actually getting more dusty the further we go down. Ooh, there's another meteor. The cool thing with the meteors is they can actually also give you some anomalies, right? Besides some resources from time to time. Lucky us, most of the meteors are going down here at the moment. It could still shift up to my base there, of course, anytime. 80% with the rocket. The first humans are coming in really soon now. Do we have everything prepared for them? We got the workspaces. The dome is ready. Food would be ready too, if I want to spend the concrete. Alright, I can't risk waiting for this one here all the time, so let's send in the commander and repair the transporter. They're not that close at the moment anyway. Come on, hurry up. Do it. There it is. Perfect. Let's actually have the transporter transporting good up here, right? And get it back to the base. There's less storms down there. The commander, meanwhile, moves back home to the base. We have finished the next... No, we haven't finished it yet. So let's get the commander actually to the landscaping. Researching the analysis, anomalies now coming along. Halfway there. Perfect.
Resources are low.
What resources? Power, I guess. Oh yeah, with all the stuff that's going on now. Especially the dome we are consuming. But it should be fine. The next solar panels have been finished. And the battery is coming along. Another research completed thanks to getting 1,500 science points out of the anomaly. That's what I like to see. And with that, we are now working on the optimization. Anything else that we have unlocked so far that would give us a bonus? Nothing. Unfortunately, nothing anywhere to be seen. Yeah, let's also go with the drone hubs here because that's just cheap and we want to unlock more things at this point. We also got the all spires can be ordered as prefabs. Breakthrough. No permanent pipe store at the moment. I would really like this. 93% for my first humans. Can they land in a meteor storm? I wonder. I guess we'll find out. And let's also open up that trade offer here. And yeah, accept. Let's pay 50 concrete for 81 food. So the rocket will now land from my competitor. And we will then deliver the concrete out of my 2 factories here.
Sector scanned.
Oh, there's 3,000 concrete in that sector. Not something that I really need. What to do with my explorer? Let's send him to the ramp there first. I think here he's a bit safe, right? I hope so. Meteors are going down in this area. By the way, we should really scan this area then. So many meteors, there has to be anomalies coming out of that.
Anomaly found.
Ooh, there is one. Let's send the explorer right away. Sorry, pal. I'm confusing you. Off he goes. To a new adventure. The poor fella. Out here in nowhere. But at least that's an anomaly. And every single one of them is important. Passenger rocket ready to land. We need to activate the dome. There it is. It needs to be repaired. For once, it just needs one concrete really. It was inactive for too long already, but one of my drones should do the trick. Actually, do we need the farm? I don't really need the farm. I would like to keep the farm for my milestone here. Produce food. Yeah. It's 250 soul. Is it worth it? I don't know. There's the rocket of the competitor. So we fill in now the concrete with my drones. And then get food out of in return. The dome is being repaired right now. There it is. It's working. And now we can land the rocket. And with that, ladies and gents, the first humans on Mars arrive. Let's activate our rare metal extractor. They're going to be in for a ride. And hopefully they're going to start producing us babies. That's the most important thing right now. Because we can't get any more humans from Earth, right? We will have to live with those 12. There they are. Coming into a working colony. Let's not mess things up too much, please. And there they are. Magic. Dum, da, dum, da, dum. And let's hope no one of them dies right away to a storm. There we got him. Erling. Who's next? Tyria. And Salomon. And Sten. And Nicole. Hello everyone and welcome to this monumentous occasion. Breathe in the fresh air. Oh, with that we have also gotten one of our first goals here. Land a colonist on Mars. We get a Jumpers shuttle hub prefab. That's a mission goal here, by the way. And that's that. A new beginning. Full of hope and determination, the first founders have set foot on the red planet. The next 10 souls will be full of difficulties and dangers, but also with great promises and opportunities. It is now to us to provide that Mars can be a doorway to greater riches and the future of human civilization. Even the most epic adventures begin with a single step. Arrival of the colonists temporarily suspends until the colony proves able to sustain human life, and the colony will be evaluated. We also, out of the anomaly, got 1,500 science points. With that, we have finished the optimization. And unfortunately, still haven't really reached anything useful. This is just really bad at this point. Come on. Nah. None of them is important. Yeah, let's do the mission. Analyze space telescopic data. And by the way, money-wise, no, I'm not outsourcing anymore. I think we're going to need machine parts soon. Founder stage with that has been activated. So these guys are the founders now. They're the most important people ever. And they're going now over here to that dome. With it, there's also some 12 food on board. We're going to stop food in these depots here. Because food needs to be transported over to the dome right away. It's going to be active over here only. And hello, there they are. Finally you can take off that spacesuit and breathe in the fresh oxygen produced in my Moxie. They're going to their homes right away. Let's just check it out here. Our ratings. 12 people are in it now out of 12, so we can't have any more at the moment. Yeah, to be honest, let's wait for the soybeans here to finish. Nah, let's get rid of the farm. I'm sorry, but it's totally worthless to us. I screwed the 250 science points. Let's clear it. And that's it. The grocer receives the first batch of food, so we can sell this to the people. Every workplace is now filled, as we can see. Also the bar. By the way, the space bar. Let's make all shifts viable. We need that. And also, my rare metal extractor is now working. The full shift, producing me 1.8 rare metals per day, per soul. That is really important, because with that we can now make money. And they live here now. We do actually need another, apartment soon. Infirmary is important, because with that we will be able to schooly poop. And average health is 100. Okay, they just arrived. Sanity is 100. Comfort rating is 70 at the moment. It needs to stay above 70 for us to have a sustainable birth rate. So this is really important that we boost this at all times. The 2 Vista points will help, but they alone will not be enough. Systematic training finished, so another performance boost. And come on. Another very bad tech. I can't do anything with those techs that we have. Alright, so we do now consume oxygen and water. And we do consume a lot of electricity. I will need to add more solar panels now. To all of that, I think we actually don't have enough. I should have done this now before they arrived, but it's fine. Let's build us a few more here. And let's connect them with the main grid, right? All the way up here. And then also here. We connect those panels now with us, with our general system. Of course, as always, I like to spread out my panels there as much as possible with one main base over there. And I think with all of that, can we still charge the batteries then? Fine. I think I will need another battery as well. Let's just wait it out. From now on, very important, the dome should never run out of electricity and never run out of oxygen, water and food. If that happens, we get a massive comfort boost, a penalty, that will reduce my birth rate so I can actually screw this game right away. We do need to, it is so important to get babies out as soon as possible because those people now age. We have 12 adults, they become middle-aged pretty soon, stay there a while and then become seniors and will not be able to reproduce. So the first 12 will then die at some point, and by then we need to have way more than 12. Otherwise we are shrinking, and that is something I really don't want. Let's go ahead and build us another living quarter for the first babies then to arrive. I might also build a playground. No, let's keep it like that. A apartment, and I would like to have another park. Right, let's have the park somewhere here. I think the... Oh, wait a second, let's have the park in the background. Makes more sense. We could also make a pond out of it. Let's make a pond. Some water. And anomaly. Very good. Not that far away. So right here where the meters are going down, we get a lot of anomalies right now. And my explorer is on his way. My transporter is jobless. Let's give him something to do. There is some metal over there. Let's get this to the base. Right. Hope they're living in. Already going for some shopping. Bringing life to Mars. That is the important thing here now. Right, we are also having no food anymore then. So this is where the rocket comes in. We're still loading though the concrete, right? This is still going to take a while. But it's fine. Ramp has been finished. That means let's get the commander back to safety. Back to the base. And out here, I will probably... Wait a second, have him here. Can he reach the... Yeah, he can reach the depot. Right, and then this side here, so that we can also build us another landing pad somewhere out here as a buffer to that ramp, just in case there's anything coming in. Perfect.
Sector scanned.
Sector A1, some metals at least. And we're also researching the anomaly. Perfect. Production has started for the rare metals. And refueling of the rocket has also started. Now, the refueling is going to take a while, but we have a bit of time now. I'm waiting for the exports to come in. There's the first rare metal already. And with that, we'll then make some money. And we're going to need that money soon. Anomaly, 1000 points. Finally, we do get some research points out of it, right? Drone swarm finished. We start now the analyzed space telescope data. And I will... a drone assembler. I don't need that. This is also bad. There's no tag really that would help me right now. There's also no break tag. I could just go ahead with a breakthrough. I mean, the mission there is a breakthrough. That's that. Yeah, another performance boost then for engineers and geologists. It's good to have it now. We do need it at some point anyway. But that's it. Nothing else we can do research-wise. Power-wise, we have a surplus of 40 during daytime. There's more panels coming along. I still have some polymers left. Build me another battery. However, each one of these batteries of course also costs maintenance. We need to be careful about that. Still, I would like to have a surplus. There's no polymers anywhere, right? No. Also not down here. No polymers. We're starving of that soon. And with that, Sol 14 is coming to an end. That was a very successful day. We got the first people on Mars. They're now accommodating themselves, starting to get comfortable in their workplaces. And then we will just are living the dream, living their life They have a beautiful view from the dome up here to the rockets. Boy, if I could watch a rocket every day, I would be the happiest child alive. And they're looking very, it seems like very focused on the next vegetables they could purchase in my colony. I mean, perhaps they're also just asking themselves, what kind of food is that? No idea. I mean, we can imagine it based on the pictures, but of course, it has been in here for a very long time. Alright, we continue the onwards in our little colony. Back to survival, because of course we cannot just watch my humans there endlessly. Now we have them in. I'm waiting now very diligently to get the first Martian-born. That would be a milestone that is hopefully still available there. Yeah, it is. First Martian-born. 500 points we would get out of that, and we can definitely use this. 500 points is something that I can take. Now, it is nighttime at the moment. You can't really see this because it's really bright on Mars. But in that case here, we have hopefully enough energy, right? So we have energy that lasts us another 15 hours. So that is easily manageable during the night. And we are building also another battery over there. We still have a bit of cash, and unfortunately I will need to use this amount of cash now because we are getting down on machine parts and also on polymers. Unfortunately, I hadn't found that much polymer on the map itself. We have down here a sector with some metal still left, and we got lots of metals close to my base, but that's it. No polymers. Not the best time that I have right now. Over here, we do have my explorer that has finished the anomaly. We definitely should send it back somewhere here to the rocks, because the dust devils usually don't like to get too close to rocks, and we can keep it as in safe haven, more or less. Also, another very important thing happening right now. The food is coming out of my rocket of the International Mars mission. So we have our first trade fulfilled. 50 concrete for 80 food. We don't even feel the concrete penalty here. And what I can see is we're flooded with food, and we only really need, I think, a couple of food every day or so. 2.4 food really, to be honest here. That is my consumption, and honestly, we could survive a long time with that. Alright. This is really bad. This is a dust devil that actually managed to get into my base. How did it manage to do that? You may ask. I mean, I have no idea. It actually had to go through this corridor here to safely do this. That is absolutely incredible right now. And transporter down, drones are down, whatever kind of drone is coming in here. Martian-born! At least there is something.
A human has been born on Mars.
A human has been born. The colonists have always felt like a family, but what makes the family stronger and more united is the promise of new life and better future. We have truly been blessed with a rewarding responsibility to carry the torch of hope. Let this blooming of life serve as a symbol for all humans. And the colony has been evaluated positively. Dust Devil is gone, broke off on a rocket, but holy cow, what are the odds that there is actually a Dust Devil able to get through this? I will need to do something here. I don't want to destroy my sensory towers, but just in case there is ever something like this coming through again, let's build a base, a landing pad there. It's really not looking good, I know. I absolutely know this, but it's the only way of how we can achieve that. Now, Martian-born is perfect, so we are 13 people now. The first child has entered my base. It's probably moving in here right away. There he is already. And that is Elon Polaris. He's got no traits other than a Martian-born at the moment, so he can't be Earth sick. He can't get Earth sick. And yeah, well, no traits yet. We could improve his traits though, if we add some more fun activities for him. One of them, and that is a bit of a problem right now, but it should still be fine. That would be the playground. 14 polymers. Yeah, I'm going to waste the 14 polymers on it. I don't know if it's really that useful, but a playground is cultivating good perks in Martian-born, and we do want to have any kind of, or every kind of good perk that we can get to further boost our effectiveness. Perhaps they also get the sexy trait, I don't know. We're going to waste the polymers on that. It's the only way I can do this. I could try something. There is the trading now done, right? So the rocket is gone, and I'm going to request now polymers out of the concrete. Perhaps we can do something here. So bear in mind, trading is always a problem too, because we don't have endless concrete and not endless metals. Metal especially. Metal I will need to keep close to me. Even though it looks like I have a lot of that right now, I don't. Metal is going to be in high demand the more we play, the further we play. There's 82 up there. This I could get. Oh, please don't tell me that's true. The commander is malfunctioned, but it's within the base. Holy cow, that was close. A malfunctioning commander outside of the base is a death blow to that commander. Transport. Let's go ahead and there's the metal. Going to be lots of metals. We might try to trade some metal because that is a bit more valuable than the polymers. What's going on here? We have the pond. No one is building this. But they're within the range here. There's the concrete. Please go ahead and build that for me. Oh yeah, we have construction over here still. Just really taking a long time. Alright, big problem at the moment. We have hypothermia in the dome. Holy cow, I don't even know how this happened. I think I do. The Dust Devil. The Dust Devil made all of these solar panels unusable for 12 hours. And in the night, it actually paid off because my batteries were not fully charged. This is why we do need to spread out risk. We do need to get solar panels throughout the colony. Let's also have a few over them here, right by this landing pad. It's totally fine to have this. The cost of that is really marginal. Let's get us 4 more up and have the power cable then connect them like this to get this done as well. Power is back online, so we have been offline for a couple of hours, and as we can see, the comfort rating is dropping dramatically to 63. Gee, I hope this does not affect us too negatively. We'll just see. Panels online. Another battery will still be needed. Another upgrade I would like to do, amplification of my rare metal, costs me 2 polymers and will consume a bit more electricity, but overall we're just going to produce more. Alright, there we have it. The mission, analyze space telescopic data, has been finished on top of it. And Lambda Industries is immensely satisfied with our helping hand in the data analysis and wishes to repay us with a reward of our choosing. 500 million, 20% research outsource cost, like what, forever? This is not that bad, or a permanent 100 research per soul. Yeah, I think I'm going with that. That is definitely the way to go here. Another 100 base production leading to 300 from the sponsor. And with the Explorer, we have then a base production of 400 souls per day. Not bad at all, without having built a single research institute so far. I do like that. The next panels are coming along. There you go. Another battery here. We got 500 million. I will really need to use this now for the pod. Oh, by the way, also my rocket is finished. My rocket has 5 rare metals on board and also some 60 fuel now. So we could push it towards Earth, and I will do this. Getting a bit money and then getting back some resources. Because with the rocket, I don't need to pay the way back to Mars. With a supply pod, I would need to pay 100 million for the transportation. The rocket just really needs fuel. And, of course, we have that by now. Second launch. Glorious. Off it goes. Back to Earth. And cashing in some metals and also getting us back in some materials. Very good. Also, the playground has been finished. And so is the pond over there. And this one can now entertain the one child that we have so far. And there it is, already playing. Having fun with the world. Hopefully it's paying off, really. And with that, yeah, also comfort rating is going up again. 68, 69 at the moment. The pond will help too. We could also have a look what these people think of right now. I mean, most of them have a really high comfort rating. Some of them are complaining that shopping is not online 24 hours a day. And no functional residence was her biggest complaint. But also the shopping. Yeah, we are closing the shift during night right now. To keep the space bar online though throughout the night. The same goes with the infirmary. That's the more important thing that we have. But 13 people so far. That's a good thing. Next battery online. Charging power is increasing with this. And only down 4 to 4 polymers now. Research-wise, we are in the productivity business once more for engineers and geologists this time. I really don't know what kind of other research we could really go for now. Apartments? No, they're not really useful. A drone hub? Actually, this could be useful in the future. We have enough electronics to build us at least another drone hub. Terraforming, I really don't want to start now. It's completely useless at this point. We can't afford the resources for it. Let's go with the drone hub and hope just for the best. There's something else coming along, but it's getting really expensive down here, so I might just go for something cheaper, the apartments and then the probes. Alright, the next point of defense, finished. It really doesn't look pretty, I know. But this is hopefully then protecting our solar panels in the future from any kind of dust devil that actually dares to get in here. And these are also coming along. Ooh, wait a second. Oh, this one needs to finish and then they are connected. Now it's being finished. There you go. Adding some more power to the grid. It's 85, it's probably too much, but it's just solar panels and it's cheap. Now, my transporter, let's go ahead and collect the next materials. Somewhere here. Back home. And what are you telling me?
Home on an alien world.
Oh, building a new home on an alien world? That takes guts. After all, purpose is the strongest long-term driver. Since arriving on Mars, Stan Carlson enthusiasm has proven to be above average, even by founder norms. And the prodigious productivity displayed can be boiled down to one simple explanation. He really loves what he's doing. And he gets the enthusiast trait. That's the spirit, and he is working where? In the rare metal extractor. Perfect. By the way, I haven't even checked for the traits, because of course we can filter them if I want to, right? So we can say only the best ones of the best should be working here. So those that have the enthusiast trait. So Lunar Nilsson has it and she's working in the rare metal extractor. Les is working there. Volke is not having it and is working there. No, all my enthusiasts are working in the rare metal extractor. That's perfect. Boosting our output to 1.7 at the moment. Of course, it's also amplified here. We have enough concrete. Let's turn off one of my concrete extractors. Really, it just costs me machine parts. And we can't afford endless machine parts for the moment. Another sector scanned. I'm really disappointed. Down here, there's nothing whatsoever. Only some materials and that's it, some metal. For safety reasons, however, I would like to increase my tanks now. So we do have, of course, 2 water tanks already. Expanding this by another 2 definitely does not hurt. Let's do this. And the same goes with the Moxygen, or with the Moxie that produces oxygen. And here we can also go ahead and get us 2 more out of them. They're really cheap, just costing me a bit of metal. And yeah, it comes in very handily if there is an event, like a blizzard coming. And by the way, did I notice that? I absolutely did not notice. We have a second child. I'm excited. There's actually 2 children playing right now. Oh, they're both male. Oh, a female would be amazing. But it's fine. It's still fine. So Apollo Orbit, one is called, that is a name. And Elon Polaris. Both of them are now playing here. And this will hopefully give them good traits. That means we only have 2 more space left in this dome before it gets a bit full. So yeah, expansion to a second dome will be necessary soon. Meanwhile, the next tanks are finished. Perfect. So 3 oxygen tanks now and 4 water tanks. They're going to hold water enough and, yeah, well, materials basically. At the moment, we have already stored for 10 souls for oxygen. And I want to further push this, of course. So up to 20 souls perhaps. So even in the case of a deadly storm or something, and they will come, we are prepared even to supply a bigger colony. Now, another thing I need, so we are going down to this plateau now, and we are going down to this valley there, right? But up here, this mountain is still not reachable for us, and there's lots of potential anomalies in this area too, and I would like to open this up. However, as we can see, it's pretty high up. That means if I want to build this one now, as we can see, it would actually require 400 waste rock. That's quite a lot. I mean, even with all of that, we would have the waste rock, but it would take a long time transporting that back and forth. What I can also do instead is I could just cut through that mountain here. If I do that, we actually get an excess of waste rock of 216 because we are digging away those rocks. And I think I'm going to like this way more. Let's just see. Yep, like that is looking beautiful. Also here we're getting rid of all of that, and this is just the excess rock, a rock that we need to create this ramp here, right? So we can, this way, with that, I call it smart building, we can kind of like make this one better for us. Let's get the commander over there, and the commander is doing then the job. Oh yes, we found 2 anomalies. How very good. Right beside my explorer. And sector finished with that. We continue onwards. That's going to help us out. We are researching still. Coming close now to the next research. And that will, once again, be a minor boost. No boost at all, to be honest. 14 colonists, I'm really still happy. That means we can now start with construction of the second dome over here. So let's start getting the resources over. It's going to take quite some time. One anomaly got me 1,200 research points, and with that, productivity training finished and drone hub already halfway through. Perfect. Anything useful? I mean, at this point, I don't think so. And nope, not really. We got the emergency training. That's also not really good. I would really love some general training at this point that boosts my non-specialist workforce. But unfortunately, we are not in anything here. Yeah, and those tags just require a lot of research now. So, while we are not very unfortunate with the position here, we are very unfortunate with the tags. Unfortunately. There's the Dust Devil. Are you trying to get in here? Yeah, we probably will need to build one here too. I will need my commander for that. It's 4 of them. If they merge to one mega storm, what could happen? Oh, yeah, well, nothing. Off they go again. Very good. At this point, my rocket arrives on Earth. 120 million we get out of that. It's not really much.
Discovered.
Oh, and we got a breakthrough. Rock travel. This I need. Rock travel time to and from Earth is reduced by 50%. Let's take this one and actually push it right up here to the top. For this rocket, however, it's going to be too late. But for now, wait a second. Yeah, we do need it. Machine parts and polymers. Let's get it. Let's get some 10 polymers for 150 and then machine parts for the rest. Oh, we could get 25 machine parts. Let's go with... Yeah, let's go with 25 machine parts and 10 polymers. Launch. It's going to take a while again for this to come back. We have a consumption of 0.6 polymers per day right now, so it's going to take 4 to 5 souls and then we are out of it. Machine part wise, we're still a bit fine, but it's also going down. Oh god. Comfort rating in our dome is above 70 again. That means schoolie pooping time is permanent. Every night, and hopefully they should all be doing that constantly. Also, the rocket has been finished. There it is. The ramp has been finished. Let's take the commander, and with this we can now go up into this area. Beautiful, and start scanning then as well. I would actually like to do this then right after, so we can then go ahead with this one here, Q5 to 8, that is coming up. It's closer to us. That means we can scan it faster than the areas further away. Commander is down here. Are we having access? I should probably place it somewhere here so that it has access to the concrete, because with that what we can do is having another pad here. And something like that comes to mind. That should be fine. And this will block off any kind of tornadoes that get to our base that way. Because I definitely don't want to have something like that we had again, where we lost all the solar panels for... yeah, a dozen hours, to be honest. Another anomaly. There it is. Any kind of polymers, please be kind to me. Nothing, unfortunately. Also, we got the first middle-aged person. The first one grew up from adult to middle-aged. Still not cause for panic, right? And where is it? There it is. Tira Eriksson. She's now middle-aged. Celebrating this, it seems, at the bar. She's talking with a girl. Please, don't do this. We need babies. And yeah, middle-aged is not that bad, so she still, of course, does things, the natural ones. But next step would be already seniors then. Alright, we found Martian-born adaptability and the rover commander AI. Another very important one that we have down here. So drone commanders start with additional drones. And the adaptability, unfortunately, is just that colonists graduate faster in universities. Also not something that helps me out at the moment. Now we need more metals. Let's get them over there. They're here, and this is the Tornado Valley, right? So this is where tornadoes usually spawn all the time, those dust devils. Let's hope that my transporter is smart enough to avoid them. Let's get the commander back inside again. He's, after all, got also 4 drones that can help me a lot. And he will also need to repair the transporter just in case. I've also switched my trading now to offering metal, right, for the... Instead of concrete for polymers. Perhaps we can attract someone with that. Rocket is at 40%, so it's still taking time. And we have finished the second dome. Second dome ready for action. Should we change this one to anything useful? Nah, let's go with the standard. But that's not the standard one. Let's go with the better one. And yeah, well, this one is not doing that much for us yet. We can actually turn it off so that it doesn't consume me something. What we can do here, though, is, first of all, we do need to make the connection between the two of them with the pipe system. And yep, let's go ahead. This will connect them, and this will make that pipe... No, we still need that pipe, sorry. For now, we still need that. And power-wise, we will also need a cable. Like that. That's just it. Next up, I would like to get another living quarter into this one. So, of course, once my main dome is full, we will need to move some people over. And that will be the children primarily in the beginning. That's why the playground usually is not a very good idea, right? We are wasting some polymers with that. But I want to get those traits ASAP. And for 4 polymers, it's fine. It's really fine. And we got another child. 3 children now. And one of them turned to youth. Youth is very good because they can start working now for us. Let's just check it out. Where's the youth? That's a child still. That's the child. There he is. Elon Polaris. He's fit and he's a workaholic. We got some good traits. So I think the playground was already worth it. Thank you, Elon. That is that. And he can now start in the metal extractor. We can open up a second work shift. And as we can see, Elon Polaris is now working in that. And thanks to the workaholic trait, he's boosting. That's that. We are wasting, however, a lot of energy now during this shift here because there's only one person working in that. So I'm going to turn off this shift here and the person then should move to that, right? So we got 1 unemployed. They're not doing this automatically always. Volkberg, there you go. He's now working here too. So that there's 2 working. And this leads to 2.3 rare metals that we now produce every day. Not bad at all. So I call it fine with my polymers that we spent here. Totally happy. Apartments finished. Anything else we should have here for now? Yeah, we definitely will need some parks if people live here too. So I can do this. By the way, here there's going to be a tunnel. Let's have the parks on the other side. Let's build 1 park here and a pond here. This is something we need. And shopping-wise would be in that dome anyway, right? The infirmary, the spacebar, the grocer, it's all over there. And here we're just going to have some factories then, most likely. Speaking about factories, one very important factory that we will need soon at some point is the machine parts factory, 3D machining. Let's activate this one here for a queue. Because there's nothing else anyway that comes to mind right now. We could actually push it up there a bit. And the reason for that is machines are very expensive and producing them ourselves once we have the workforce is going to be a vital step forward financially. Ah, look at that. They spawned right on top of the transporter. I mean, really, right on top of it. There he is. Transporter lost. We need to wait for them to go away and then we can repair it again. But yeah, that's the tornado alley here. And unfortunately, I cannot do anything else for this. So far, so good. Sol 21 comes to an end. We're still alive. Clinging to life. 15 colonists at the moment. And we continue onwards here in the next episode. Stay tuned.